What's up, Coach Garrett here, and I want to talk about 6 ways to increase the difficulty of your body weight training. We're all still stuck at home. There's a lot of body weight workouts going around, and I know some of us don't have access to a lot of equipment, so we have to make the best with what we've got. All right, so what I've done was I've compiled 6 different ways to increase the difficulty in your body weight training. If you've taken my workshop on body weight training or my foundations workshop, I actually go through a lot of these 6 different techniques on how to increase the difficulty of your body weight training. So the first one we're going to talk about is tempo. So what that means is how fast or slow you're doing the exercise. So take a push-up. If we're working very slow on the eccentric down, pause, and then work very slow on the concentric back up, you're actually going to make it a little bit more difficult for your body because you've got all those muscle fibers starting to kick in. Same thing with a squat. You can decrease the intensity by going quick, which is more of like a speed squat, going up and down very fast, or you can work the same way we did on the push-up and work very slow on the way down and then slow on the way up, really working that neuromuscular component. All right, number 2 is time under tension. It's a little bit different than tempo. Basically what that's telling us is how much time our body is under tension, hence the name time under tension. So for instance, if I was doing 10 reps of squats, to make that a little more difficult, maybe I would increase that to 20, or maybe I'd even look at it and say, hey, well, instead of doing 10 reps, I'll do 1 minute worth of squats, which again, that's more time under tension in those muscles. All right, number 3 is going to be range of motion. So you know me, I'm very big on full range of motion during certain exercises. But obviously in these situations where we're working body weight, we want to find a way to challenge the body a little bit more. You know, cutting down that range of motion might actually be a little bit more effective when it comes to adding a different stimulus to the body. Okay, for instance, if I'm doing squats, maybe I'll go into pulses. Now that's just staying at the bottom, short mini reps, just really starting to fire, you know, those different muscle fibers. Now this can be done with a bunch of different exercises, split squats, push-ups, okay? The range of motion can be kind of cut in half to make it a little bit more challenging if needed. All right, number 4 is plyometrics. So basically what that is explosiveness. So turning a squat into a jump squat, a lunge into, you know, a jump lunge, a push-up into a clapping push-up if we need to. But again, this all goes back to that we've mastered the basics of each one of these exercises before we add any of these extras in. All right, number 5, decreasing limbs. Now what that means is, you know, on a certain exercise, like maybe a push-up, we have 1 foot elevated off the ground. That makes it a little more challenging. A 1-arm push-up, that's going to make it even more challenging. Maybe we're doing a plank and we want to take 1 foot off the ground or 1 arm off the ground and make it a little bit more intense. Same thing as something like a split squat. Maybe we're going to go 1 foot elevated. Okay, so going unilateral instead of bilateral will obviously make that a little bit more challenging. And number 6 is combination. So basically taking 2 exercises, combining them into one. So for instance, we could do a push-up with a side plank. You can do a curtsy lunge into a lateral lunge. These are just certain examples that you can utilize to make a body weight exercise a little bit more difficult. Now, going back to what I always say is quality over quantity. So this might not even be in anybody's wheelhouse right now, but you know what? You could take some of these here and add it into your program to kind of increase the intensity if needed. All right, so play it safe. Keep going strong, and I'll see you this week.